because what I'm about to talk about is super duper important, and that's qualifying as a first-time home buyer, or really anybody qualifying for a home loan right now. Okay, that's income and employment, and how those calculations are being done by both FHA and conventional for Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and what you need to look out for. Realtors, remember, this is super duper important. I know a lot of you guys do not work super closely with a preferred lender or mortgage partner, which if you are not currently doing so, I highly suggest that you find a expert in your area, in your community, in your sphere of influence that's willing to work side by side with you and make sure that they can set up your clients for success, right? They need to have history of being able to do it. They need to have testimonials showing that they are able to get these things done for you, and they need to be an expert. Now, again, super duper important when we're working with income, employment, how minimum guaranteed hours are being viewed, and what kind of work history do you actually need as a home buyer, okay? So many of us are aware that you don't have to be with the same employer for a minimum of 2 years before qualifying to purchase a home, okay? That's a myth that's been debunked time and time again by, those of us in the industry, right? You do not need to be with the same employer for 2 years to qualify for a mortgage loan. We can use, schooling. So if you're just coming out of college and you're going into the workforce and what your degree is, we can use those school transcripts as a 2-year work history. If you've been in the same line of work for the last 2 years, but not with the same employer, that's no problem. As long as we have a full 2-year work history in general, it does not have to be with the same employer. Now, here's the part that's going to get a lot of you guys kind of, in trouble when it comes to calculating income and how we're qualifying. Again, I wanted to make this video because it's very, very important, very, very prevalent, and it's come up multiple times this year already, and it's only February, okay? So we need to make sure that when you are not receiving, okay, if you're not receiving a salaried income, okay, salaried income meaning you're receiving X amount of dollars annually, X amount of dollars guaranteed per month, or X amount of minimum hour guarantees, in example, full-time at 40 hours every single work week, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, never more, never less, etc. Okay, that is what's called variable hours. Okay, anytime you as a home buyer, you're receiving variable hours or variable income, we're going to need to show a 1-year history of receiving variable income, okay? So again, just to recap, if you are not receiving salaried income, okay, and you are receiving variable hours, so again, it's not a guaranteed amount of money or hours, it's a variable amount of hours, we're gonna need you to be with that current employer for 1 full year, okay? Otherwise, and this is especially on FHA, on government insured financing, there are very specific guidelines that they are definitely, making sure are being followed, especially right now. The same goes with conventional. There's, some, as long as we can get verbiage on conventional about minimum guaranteed hours and show evidence of it, it's a little easier. But just remember, if you are not a salaried employee and you have variable hours, we're going to want to see a 12-month history of that, okay? Just my pro tip for the day, just something I can share with you guys, especially on, for you guys as realtors that are not working super closely with a trusted mortgage partner and you're not getting these, pro tips or education throughout the process. Just make sure, again, guys, who you partner with matters so much. It's a reason we're able to set people up for success far, far in advance of them actually finding a property that they're ready to commit an offer on, right? Once we get that offer accepted, why are we able to close in 15 or 20 days, right? It's because of the preparation and expertise. Remember, guys, who you partner with matters.